Second quarter about to get underway in the grand final of 1992. North Geelong have a handy lead. 3 goals, 1-19. Leading Corio 1-1-7. Breeze blowing left of screen. And Corio having the use of the breeze in this quarter. Little Moroney in the centre there. The little rover Orford getting ready to do the battle. Marsh is there. So too is Big Mark Stewart, the number 42 Guernsey. Best and fairest in the GDFL First Division this year. And Barry, can Corio hit the front by half time?
Well, if they play as well up forward as they did up in the back in that first quarter, I think they've got a good chance of being in front at half time. They've got the breeze, as you say, but it'll all depend on the North Geelong defence.
They've had a bit each way. Thanks for your comments, Barry, as the umpire's about to start it off. Throws it up in the air this time. Up they go. Orford won this one. Won the second one too. Little kick from Moroney didn't travel far. They dive in on top, but the umpire's going to have to repeat the dose, I'd suggest. Here he is coming in to grab the footy, umpire Gilmore.
Right, umpire Gilmore throws the ball high in air. Up they go. Stewart gets a tap down. Grabbed here by Cockrell for the Corio side. But he's beset upon by the North Geelong there in Byzantine. And another ball up. And
got mud in the eye, I think, there, Ian Cockrell.
Right, up in the air it goes. The ruckman set themselves again. Tapped down this time by Stewart, but no one's going anywhere. Moroney tried to kick the ball off the ground. Picked up by McDowell. A little kick around the corner. Sticks in the mud. Cornwall kicks it off the ground for the Corio side. Coming out or pushing in the back there was the big fella Hutchison, and he'll take the free kick on half forward. Or just inside the centre square.
Yeah, Greg Hutchison, he'll be looking down there for a lead. He's taking his time. Now he spears the ball across. It wasn't a good kick at all. All we found there was Alan Moroney. Got the hand pass away to a teammate in Byzantine. And away goes Byzantine and North Geelong. Kicks them deep into attack towards half forward. Up goes Jovanovic, but he's given away the free kick, I think. Yeah, they play on immediately here to the Corio side. Out towards centre wing. At the bottom of the pack, picking up. Threw it out there too was Hutchison. Got it to Cornwall. Cornwall tumbles the punt towards the boundary line. And it's over the line and out of bounds. 2.5 minutes gone for second quarter.
Yes, the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. In it comes. The ruckmen set themselves. Up they go. Corio get the tap down. Hits the turf. Handball out here to McDowell. He gets a little short kick in. North Geelong defender. His kick smothered. Socket off the ground by Foppiani down towards the pocket. Here's Hutchison. Oh, two coming across was Baker. Intercepted Hutchison. Hutchison gets a handball back now. Baker gives it across to a teammate there. Marsh. Oh, cop one there is the Moroney onto the ball now. He can't get it. Picked up again. Pushed in the back was Marsh. It's scrambling play down there in the forward line for the Corio side, and we'll have a ball up just inside 50.
Yeah, umpire throws it up high this time, gives the ruckman a chance. Stewart wins it easily, went straight past Cornwall. Kick off the ground here, binds in the arms of Orford. Player down with a cramp, picked up by Corio. They come back into attack up towards the forward line. Players rise, no one able to take the mark. Rick Byzantine does the roving for North Geelong. Punt kicks it back, and coming in taking a good mark is Ivan Jovanovic, who kicked a magical goal on the left foot in the first quarter. Jovanovic chips it across, but Frank Foppiani drifted in from the side, robbed him of that possession. Little kick from Foppiani is a good one. And he's found Cockrell, Ian, and Ian Cockrell will take the kick. Put them deep into attack. He will with this long kick down towards the forward line. It bounces past about 5 players. Boothroyd slaps it over the back. Chance here for North Geelong to get out of trouble. Boothroyd intercepts well. In trouble, his big legs. He gets tackled, loses the footy in the tackle. Little kick comes out towards half back. They're still in possession here, down here. The Corio side, they can't pick it up. Cockrell couldn't grab it, nor two could Boyle. But out of the back, here comes Joswick. And Joswick goes with the left foot, but intercepting is Nevada Cornwall and taking the mark for Corio just inside 50.
Right, Cornwall now on the far side of the ground, kicking, as you say, he'll probably kick from just outside 50, but Boothroyd had a chance there a while ago, unfortunately kicked into the man coming towards him as Cornwall comes in. The drop punt, ran close to the man on the mark, goes down, up they go, thumped away by the defenders of North Geelong. A chance now for McDowell. He runs into Byzantine. The ball's kicked towards the goal line by Cockrell, punched through by Simpson. 1 point, Corio.
Well, that's their first score of the quarter. We've played 4 minutes of the second quarter. 3-1-19 on the guest video scoreboard. North Geelong, Corio 1-2-8. It's 11 points the difference as Darren Joswick takes the kick and he goes short into the back pocket and he finds the safe arms of Jeff Ryan. Ryan wants to move it quickly around grandstand side of the ground. He does. Up goes Boyle, unable to take the mark. It's slapped away from him and it goes over the line and out of bounds. And we'll have a boundary throw in half forward flank with Corio in attack.
Right now, boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Stewart in front. Up they go. He gets a tap down. Maroney couldn't take it. Handballed away there by Hardman to a teammate who kicks the ball down towards the centre of the ground. A chance here for Jovanovic going through to the centre. He loses it. Dick gets a handball back towards the centre. Goes in after it himself. Sockets it off the ground. Comes to a teammate. Oh, well collared there by McDowell. Play on the umpire's call. The advantage was played for Parney. Drives one to the centre. Marsh grabbed too high. Take the free kick right in the muddy centre of the Western Oval.
Yes, Swampy Marsh looking for someone further afield. Kicks the ball at the grandstand side of the ground. The target was Mackenzie, couldn't mark. In they go, North Geelong. Skoko pummels it forward. Kicked off the ground here by North Geelong. Lands in the arms of Big Vivian. Spins around, hand pass to Maroney. Has to kick the ball in a hurry. Lands straight with the arms of Paul Mallia. He goes across, finds Stewart, wants to play on.
Well
gets
done.
around Alford easy as you like. The big fella, Mark Stewart, fires them down into attack. They need someone to fly. Up goes Cockerell, couldn't mark. Comes back here. North Geelong a chance to get out of danger. The kick wasn't good. In goes Mackenzie. Hand passes to McDowell. McDowell has to kick with the left foot. Spins it around. Diving mark attempted. Diving mark taken down here. And the player
Ian
looks
Cockerell.
like Ian Cockerell. And is he within kicking distance, Barry?
Well, he's got the breeze behind him, and the ball's very heavy, so we'll just have to wait and see.
You've had a bit
What
each
are you-
way again,
Yes,
Barry.
my
Yeah.
word. I'm like you.
I don't know about this one. He looks a fair way out, Ian Cockerell. He kicks with the right foot. He hooks it a bit. Up goes Boothroyd, but it's through from behind. Yes, it's 1 point only off the boot of Ian Cockerell. It came up at the 6.5 minute mark on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. Second quarter of the grand final, 1992. North Geelong 19, lead Corio 9. 10 points the difference. And we wait here on Joswick to put the ball back into play. Left foot kick by Joswick. Heads out wide. Diving marked by Jones. Has been paid. Good mark, Darryl Jones. Now the
There you go.
umpire's come in and going to
In the
take it
back.
off him.
In the back to Baker, or is he going to ball it up?
Well, here's an interesting decision. He's going to ball it up. Well, I'll leave you call this one, Barry, because I don't know what that was for.
Up and there it goes. Tapped down by Skoko for North Geelong. They picked the ball up. Handball out here to Maroney. Maroney over the top to his teammate there in Farrell. Farrell short kick down to centre wing. Picked up by Mallia. Mallia kicks back, but straight into the waiting arms of Simpson. Simpson now from half back. Drives the ball round towards centre wing. They set themselves over here. Letting the ball run across the line in front of him was Andrew Vivian, and we'll have a throw in centre wing, far side of the Western Oval.
Big Peter McCone there, McGilla, running with the flight of the football. He's playing on Big Vivian. Vivian at centre-half forward, McCone at centre-half back. Up they go. Knocked to the ground. Here's the chance to flip it out the back by Hutchison. He's claiming a free kick and getting one by golly. And Greg Hutchison just steadying play down a little. No, it's not his kick. It's going to Nevada Cornwall. Couldn't see what Hutchison was going to get that one for. Must have been something off the plate of Cornwall. He takes the free kick, kicks the ball towards half forward. Up goes Boyle, can't mark. A step away from him. Here comes Maroney. Maroney of North Geelong. Bangs it on the foot down towards the centre wing position. Up goes the fellow there, the left footer that kicked the goal earlier, Jovanovic, but he couldn't handle it. And Corio get the ball away. Goes back towards their half forward line. Player held without the footy there for Mindbar. He must get the free kick. And he's going to get a free kick too. We're just going to pick up who it is. It's Philip Boyle.
Right, Boyles now from centre wing, drives Corio into attack. A high kick. They set themselves. Boothroyd couldn't take the mark. Here's a chance for McDowell going through. Boothroyd's in there. Picks it up. Doesn't know which way to go. Over the shoulder he goes. And a great attempt. One behind.
Well played by the big fella there. He went this way on that, put it on the boot. It would have been an inspirational one, but he couldn't quite find the right woodwork there. And at the 8.5, 9 minutes gone almost to the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock in the second quarter, Corio register one more behind.
Right now, waiting for the ball to be brought back into play by the defence of North Geelong. They kick it out towards the half-back flank over there on the far side of the ground. Players jostling for it. Corio in the van there, kicked out though on the 50-metre line. Picked up a handball over by Corio, looking for his teammate there in Benson, but it goes across the line and we'll have a throw in.
9 points the difference. Geelong the leaders. The North Geelong side, the Magpies. There it is, 19 plays 10. The umpire puts the ball back into play. Marsh first onto the footy. Spins around in the blind turn. Kicks with the left foot towards the pocket. Boothroyd up from behind does the spoiling. Lands down here in the arms. Might have been Jones got it away. A very doubtful hand pass by Jones. Should be pinned as a throw. It is. And a good tackle has been rewarded in the forward line, Barry. I like to see that.
Yes, and the free kick will go to Hutchison, is it? For the Corio side as the ball's just been relayed back. Yes, it is. Greg Hutchison, number 11 Guernsey lining up. and Corio could do with a goal here.
They certainly could, Barry. Good tackle there by Hutchison. Comes in, punt kicks, gone across the face. Boothroyd's up, it's thumped away from him and it actually hit the post as it's going through there. So 1 point only goes on the board of the Corio side, and it's 8 points the difference at the 10-minute mark of the second quarter.
Wasting a few opportunities the Corio side as the fullback from North Geelong brings the ball back in on the grandstand side here. A high kick. They set themselves out here. Up it goes. Jones brings it to turf. A race for the ball now. Slipping over was for Parney with the ball. He loses it. Marsh is in there, bursting his way through the pack. Taps it further forward. Waiting for the ball to come out is Cornwall. Hutchison's in there. Benson's in there for Corio. No one going anywhere at the moment. The umpire's going to be forced to move in and we'll ball this up.
19 plays 11. Pretty hard game too. The players going in with gay abandon out there at the present time. As the umpire starts proceedings again, throws it up, knocked to the turf. Big free kick given away by Stewart. He didn't like it either, and Alford's going to take this one for over the shoulder. And the veteran Neil Alford just looking to go which way, that way. No, he's going to go the far side of the ground. That's out where the play's been most of the day. Out she goes. Mackenzie's a chance here for Corio. Picks it up, comes back onto his little left foot. Little chip kick, wasn't particularly good. Sat in the mud. McDowell was stuck in the mud, was good enough to pick it up, kick it down forward, and Joswick comes out, takes a great mark in front of Boothroyd.
Yes, Joswick playing Boothroyd close and got in front that time. Chips it around towards the centre. Unable to take the mark there was Spence. It hits the turf. Grabbed the ball there was a Corio player. Holding it too long and the free kick will go to Spence. Spence now from half-back flank, chips a little one over, and he's found his teammate there in Visentine. Visentine handballs to Spence running past. He's kicked down forward, or unable to take the mark was a Corio footballer. Moroney couldn't pick it up. Mallier's got it now. He kicks into Spence coming towards him. Over the line it goes and we'll have a throw in.
Well played, Tony Spence, applying the pressure, but a handy player. 19 plays 11, 8 points the difference. Second quarter, we've gone 12.5 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock as the boundary umpire sets it back into play. Stewart tapped it once, it landed in his arms, tried to get a hand pass away. Alford's in there, they stack it on top. A little kick comes out here. Benson's a chance, can't handle it. Picked up by Jovanovic. Little left foot kick by Jovanovic. Cavic no distance at all. And here comes Cornwall. Nevada Cornwall out of half back. Kicks the ball towards centre wing. Up they go. Chance here for Swannison. Hand passes over the top. He's got the teammate there. Alford slaps it aside. Moroney, I think it is, kicks it quickly. Marnie takes the mark. Good mark taken by Jamie Marnie, drifting across there. And he's waiting for 50 metres for Stewart running across the mark, not being paid. And Jamie Marnie slips as he kicked. He's landed on his bum in the mud that time. Down to the forward line it goes. Chance here for Widdowson. Moroney's there. So too is the safety of Darren McNamara's little boot going over the line and out of bounds.
Here's the ball in the 50-metre area of the North Geelong goal here at the moment as we wait for the boundary umpire to bring it in. Alford and Stewart to do the ruck work. Up they go, chipping across North Geelong through Jones. Get the tap down, but players dive on top of it, and McNamara's there for Corio, and at the bottom of the pack for the North Geelong side is Marty Widdowson, wasn't it? Yes.
Well, been Darren McNamara there. He's a strong full-back there. He's got the bike pants on today. Pick him out nicely as the umpire's about to start it up. Away we go again. Up in the air she goes. Stewart goes up. One the hit down again. Frank Popiani charges through the pack. Held without the footy was Frankie, and he'll take the free kick inside half-back. Wants to go this way, then goes that. Kicks it quickly with the right foot. Got a chip pass into the centre. Wasn't a good one. Slapped back by Visenton and North Geelong. Hutchison's a chance. Can't handle it. In goes Jamie Marnie. Popiani gets into his back. We'll wait on the umpiring decision here. Coming in, he's going to say it's mine. I'll ball it up.
Umpire Gilmore throws the ball up in the air. Up they go. Alford grabs a ball.
Oh, bit high, Barry, surely. Oh, look, it's getting a bit interesting too. Paul Mallier wanting to go on with it.
Alford to take the free kick. I don't know what umpire Gilmore keeps looking over his shoulder back towards the grandstand. I don't know who's there giving him a mouthful, but the kick's gone forward and has been marked for North Geelong about 40 metres out on a slight angle.
Looks like Craig Benson down as the short kick came in. Wasn't a good one. Went straight to Frank Popiani. He wouldn't believe it. Frankie couldn't believe it either. Didn't know what to do with it. Gets it across to a running teammate here. Cockerell comes out of defence with a kick. Out towards centre wing. Baker's up. Can't mark. He might take a free kick.
Yes,
it's Cornwall, actually. Nevada Cornwall taking the free kick. He's probably short of centre wing. He's just outside half back there. He kicks the ball now towards the centre wing grandstand side of the ground. Out comes Mackenzie. Can't handle the footy at all. Ian Cockerell, Greg Cockerell's in there too. And the umpire's found a free kick here. Well, I think it might be going the way of Corio. It is that they kick it towards half forward, but not a particularly good kick. And North Geelong player Daryl Jones takes an easy mark at centre half back.
Right, Jones now runs across half back, drives the ball towards the grandstand side wing. Up they fly in front. North Geelong couldn't take it. Cornwall at the bottom of the pack. He can. Kicks the ball forward, looking for Boothroyd, but it's Joswick down there. Gets a kick out to centre half back, but the mark's been taken by Marsh.
Joswick not doing too badly on Boothroyd at the moment as Marsh kicks the ball in the direction of Boothroyd. Mackenzie at the back, the goal sneak picks it up, fires on the left foot. It's smothered off the boot though, and the ball's gone close to the boundary line, over the line, out of bounds. He's a danger player down there on the forward line. Is Darryl Mackenzie in the long sleeves, number 35. We've seen him kick a few goals this year, but that one well smothered off the boot.
Right, boundary umpire brings the ball back into play, going through there for the North Geelong side, being pulled off the ball there. Visantine's in there, Maroney's in there, and that player was Skoko, who was dragged off the ball, and the umpire's going to call for a ball up as it's thrown back to him by big Mark McMahon.
Well, he's doing the nullifying job of Mark McMahon, isn't he, Skoko? Not worried about getting kicks, just making sure McMahon doesn't. As the play starts again, a little kick goes off the ground here, waiting on the umpires blowing the whistle, and a free kick goes to Daryl Jones. Away goes Jones out of defence, kicks the ball out to the outer side of the ground. He's got a teammate out there, Swenison couldn't mark, goes back after it. He's held off the footy, picked up here by Cockerell, but the ball's robbed, as you just said, Barry. Well done. North Geelong come forward. Vivian's a chance. McComb gets into his back, play on the call. They dive in on top of it here. Neither player can spill the ball free, and the umpire's going to ball it up. 16 minutes gone, 16 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter.
Right, umpire Gladkey throws the ball up in the air. Stewart, being held with one arm, gets a hand to it, and the umpire deemed it a free kick, and Stewart will go back half-back flank to relieve this pressure for the Corio football side.
The flag's blowing in the wind there. The wind's still fairly strong to the left of screen. 19 plays 11. 8 points the difference. North Geelong holding on to this nice little lead they've got. Here comes Mark Stewart. He's trying the torpedo again. He's tumbled it again up towards half forward. But nice mark taken by Daryl Jones again. He's playing a nice game, Barry.
Yes, he is. Gives it across to his teammate there, running through half back. They kick the ball towards the centre half forward, but chipping in as Mallion takes a good mark. Strong mark for the Corio side. He goes wide out there towards the wing and finds Hutchison. But they're not gaining much ground, are they? They're not going forward.
I feel they should be heading down the middle a little bit more. He's found his loose man there in Hutchison, but it took a while for Hutchison to take the mark. All the defenders are down there now. Hutchison spears a pass in. Good pass too by Hutchison, and he's found Ian Cockerell, who's come out and taken a nice mark in front.
Right, Cockerell now from between centre wing and half forward flank drives the ball down towards the forward line, thumped away by the defence, picked up by Boyle. Boyle over the shoulder has a flying shot towards the goal, and the mark's been taken down there for the Corio side, and picking himself up there. Mackenzie. It looks as though it's Mackenzie, is it?
It's that little goal sneak, Daryl Mackenzie. We put down on the angle. He probably would have gone through for a goal if he'd let it go, but not to know that took the mark, and he'll come in. No doubt he'll kick this one, Barry. Won't be a problem at all for the little fella. There it is. No trouble at all for Daryl Mackenzie. He's kicked quite a few goals for him this year. And Corio fight back. And we've gone 18 minutes gone now of the second quarter in the 1992 grand final. And Corio are pegging them back, Barry.
Yes, they are. That's, as you say, their second goal. They need a couple more here in the latter half of this second quarter. And 3-1-19 North Geelong, Corio 2-5-17. And that's on the guest video production scoreboard here in the second quarter.
7 shots to 4. Corio having more shots in the forward line than the North Geelong side, but the accuracy there for North Geelong, they're still in front. Here's the umpire about to start proceedings again. Umpire Gladkey throws the ball high in the centre. Up goes Stewart. Alford wins it straight to Maroney. Well done, Alford. Maroney tumbles the kick left footer towards half forward. Out they come. Chance for Benson there of Corio. Gets the foot into it. Up towards the centre of the ground. Daryl Jones almost took the mark. Visanton's a chance. Kick off the ground by McDowell. Goes out wide. He's got to chase it himself. He does. He's hotly pressured there by Jovanovic. But McDowell good enough to pick it up. Kick the ball towards half forward. But he did gain no ground there. Well, he gained some ground, but it wasn't a particularly good kick because Swenison went back, took the mark, gave it to Joswick. Joswick give it back to Swenison. Swenison eludes one tackle, and here he goes with that left foot of his, Swenison, down towards half forward. No one can take a mark. Picking it up there might have been Cockerell. Kicks the ball back towards the centre of the ground. It's pretty muddy there, as Visanton's just found out because he landed in the mud, but he might get the free kick for landing, I think.
Yes.
What was that for, Barry?
Being held, I would say. Visitine there in the centre of the ground, in the muddy centre, comes across now. Off the side, the boot it goes out towards centre wing, knocked down towards the wing further. Socket off the ground for North Geelong out here towards the boundary line. It's still soccer in the forward, going across. So Corio couldn't take advantage of it. Marnie is it, picks it up finally. A high kick down towards the forward line, but dropping back there, taking the mark for the Corio side is McNamara.
McNamara it is with the buck pants on, kicks the wall towards halfback. Ryan's up, could mark that one. Hits the turf, handball comes out wide, knocking it forward to McCone. Here's the chance here for McKenzie. Kicked the last goal. He's down there helping out of defence now. Gives it across to McGilla, and McCone kicks. Oh, up they go, almost the mark to Orford. Not paid. Play on the courts in the mud heap again there in the centre of the ground. All thrown out of the pack there by an North Geelong player. In they go. Foppiardi's a chance. Picked up and tumbled forward by Orford. Kicks the ball down to half forward. McCone's back there. Slaps it out wide. Headed for the boundary line. Didn't find it. Little kick from Corio's heading for the boundary line also. This one finds touch and it's over the line out of bounds. Very deep in the pocket. And North Geelong, perhaps they can make something of this.
Yes, it's right beside their point post there as Charlie Pinger raced after that ball and they beat him across the line. Boundary umpire now brings the ball back into play. Up they go. Stewart double hands it down. Finds his teammate who gets a quick kick round to half back and finds his teammate there in Cockerell. Ian Cockerell, this is half back flank. Chips another one round towards the centre wing and he's found his teammate there in Hutchison. Handballs over to Fapani. Fapani's grubber kick down towards centre wing. Swennison's in there. Picks it up. Kicks the ball back towards half forward. Up they fly. Maroney couldn't take it. Alford it is now with the ball. Kicks one over the shoulder. Down towards the forward line. Down to turf it comes, picked up here for Corio and cleared out towards the half-back flank. Hutchison takes the mark. Over the top he goes to his teammate there in Cockerell. Cockerell now down towards the half-forward line. Up they go, coming across strongly there, Visentine. He's got backup support though from the team. Marnie was it. He's kicked down towards half-forward. A good mark, McCone.
McCone relieving there at the half-back position. Kicks out grandstand side of the ground. Oh, Hutchison dropped one he would have liked to have taken. Good enough to go and get it again. Oh, the boot's come off. Holy mackerel, he's only got one boot on now, Hutchison. The ball goes down to the forward line. Here's a chance for Jeff Ryan to burst out of the fence for North Geelong. He does so. Punt kicks the ball back to where Hutchison might be a chance with one boot. Let's see if he can get it. Gets the footy, pushed in the back, plays on, hand passes out, and he's going to get a free kick as Greg Hutchison rests with the one shoe on, Barry.
Yes, Hutchison now chips the ball towards the centre of the ground, puts his teammate under pressure, but he was good enough to take the mark under pressure from Visentine, and the player picking himself up as McDowell.
Gee, that was a good strong mark, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. McDowell from just defensive side of centre comes in now, goes short. They're fiddling about. Hutchison on the run though, takes it, kicks it long down towards the forward line. Up the players go down there. McNamara couldn't take it. Fapani being held, or cop one in the back also. 1 against 4 down there. They bottle it up, the North Geelong defence, and will have a ball up. And Corio falling for the 3-card trick of short passing too much.
Well, I think they've got to try and make something here. They're not far away from the lead. Barry, I think they're trying pretty hard. I'll tell you what, one thing, Greg Hutchison's glad there's a ball up here because he's able to get his boot back on as the umpire throws this one up deep in attack for Corio. In they come, chance for Maroney, comes out of the pack without the footy. At the back it goes, picked up by Cockerell. Greg Cockerell's had a flying shot on the right foot, but it's way off line. 1 point only before Darryl Jones could take the mark. 1 point off the boot there of Greg Cockerell.
23.5 minutes into the second quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock, and we'll wait now for Jones to bring this ball back into play. Goes out the far side of the ground. A high kick now down towards half-back. Up they fly. Comes to turf. Picked up here by Simpson. He's collared. Loses it. He's got backup support though where they pick the ball up. Kick it into the muddy centre. Going across there is Cockerell. He couldn't do anything with it. McDowell gives it across to Marsh. Marsh, he's kicked down to half forward. But it's all North Geelong. They clear the ball out here towards centre wing. A mark taken. They play on. Kick the ball long down towards half forward. They set themselves down here. Maroney being held by the one arm will take the free kick just outside 50. Goes to play on. Dodging and weaving. Drops the ball when caught. Over the line it goes. Out of bounds and will have a... No, Maroney's been given a free kick.
He has been given the free kick. My word, I can smell the onions coming off them hamburgers. They're beautiful, those ones they're making down there. Here's Maroney, punt kicking the ball down to the forward line. No one to take the mark. Malley has a chance, couldn't handle it. In goes Charlie, Pinger's in there. Benson's got his hand in the air, and the umpire coming in, Darren Gilmore with a wry smile on the dial. Says, I'll throw this one up. Here he goes. puts it up in the air, up they go. Stewart actually won the hit down, then lost it again. Then a little kick from Stewart comes out. Here's the chance here, picked up by Marnie. Jamie Marnie fires one into the forward line. Back goes Widdowson, can't grab it. Here he is, he's hotly possessed there. Hotly possessed, he's hotly pressed by the big fellow, the fullback in Darren McNamara. And it's a ball-up decision. 19 plays 18. 1 point the difference in the grand final, and we've gone 25 minutes of the second quarter.
Right, umpire Gilmore throws the ball high in air, up they go. Stewart taps it down. Widdowson goes through without it. Socket off the ground there by Alford. Here's a chance picked up and a shot towards goal.
Charlie Pinger.
Kicked it.
He's kicked the goal. Charlie Pinger's been on the ground about 5 minutes, and a very important goal just before half-time, Barry.
Yes, that's North Geelong giving them a little bit of breathing space, hasn't it?
Corio
have been attacking and just haven't been able to kick majors. They've been kicking points, and that goal has given North Geelong a little bit of breathing space. 25 and a half minutes into the second quarter here on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock at the Western Oval.
Well, that's about 7 points the difference now. A very handy goal, that one to North Geelong, because as you say, Corio had a fair bit of the play. Just haven't been able to quite put the ones through they would have liked down the forward line. There it is, 4-1-25 to 2-6-18. It is 7 points the difference. Umpire throws it up. Stewart wins the hit down. Darryl Jones is in there trying again. Bottom of the pack is Greg Hutchison, getting up with the boot back on, looking for the free kick and getting it. And away goes Hutchison on the left foot, kicks it quickly to half forward. Foppiani was the target, fell over. Out comes Jamie Marnie, handballs to the front of Skoko. And away goes Skoko with a hand pass over the top. It's a good one. Finds a teammate there, has to kick hurriedly with the left foot. But the pass is a beauty, and Moroney takes the mark just outside 50. Moroney chips it into the pocket. Widdowson's out in front of McNamara, and Widdowson's taken a nice mark. And he's within kicking distance, Barry. Perhaps that wind not quite as strong as it was. He's just waiting to see which way he's going to go here, Martin Widdowson. He's going to chip it across the centre half forward. Oh, this has got to be a good kick. It's not. Punched away by the defenders there. Here's the chance for Mark McDowell. Kick it off the ground, and he did. Back into the centre. A race for the ball. McDowell getting there and so. Oh, look at that one. Was there anything of that, Barry? They both had their eyes on the footy. The umpires paid a free kick. And that looks like Simpson, is it? I think that looks like Simpson. He's out.
Yes, they were both committed to the ball there,
He's getting up now. Goodness me, they both committed at the ball, as you said. They raced for the ball. They both tried to kick it off the ground. And
surely he's not going to pay a free kick there.
Didn't look to be much in it from this angle here, but of course angles can be deceiving. And Schwennison's going to take the free kick because Simpson can't. Schwennison kicks with the left foot. Down the forward line. Good mark taken here. Darryl Jones, lovely mark in the wet ball. That player's still down in the centre there, Simpson. Jones kicks it across. Alford takes the mark and runs into
Academy
a
Award
there. Not much in it, I wouldn't think, and Alford has got the footy.
Right, he chips one across towards centre half forward, and coming down and taking the mark for the North Geelong side is Marnie. Now Marnie plays on quickly, just inside 50, kicks a high ball down towards a 10-yard square. Players come out. Stewart couldn't control it. He's back in there again. Picked up and handball toward. This is danger. Kicked across the face of goal by the North Geelong players. McCone's in there. Taps it over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in.
He headed straight for the line there, Peter McCone. He's got away with it. Now, this player's still down in the centre. They might have to stop this. The stretcher will have to come out, I think. There it is now. Still down in the centre. He's not too good.
No, we've been going, 28 and a half minutes into this, the second quarter, as they roll him onto the stretcher.
I hope that boy's
all right. It's Bellwood, I think, isn't it?
No, I think it's Simpson with the long sleeves, Barry. We'll try and get a look at him as he goes up. I'm pretty sure it's Steve Simpson with the long sleeves. I don't think he'll take any further part in this game. I just hope he's all right. Well, both players were committed to the ball there. There didn't look to be much in it, but obviously he copped one because he's not too good.
There we are, North Geelong 4-1-25, Corio 2-6-18. That's on the guest video production scoreboard here, 29 minutes into the second quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock.
And the last goal, of course, kicked by Charlie Pinger. That might be a pretty handy one in the context of this game because Corio looked as though they were just about to hit the front and down it went. And Charlie Pinger snapped a nice goal for North Geelong. And they've got this handy lead, getting close to half-time. And in a grand final, Barry, any lead's a good lead.
Yes, especially on a ground like this here this afternoon.
It looks very good in the screen there at the moment with lovely green grass, but I can assure viewers that it's pretty ordinary all over the ground, very muddy in the centre, and it is wet and slippery even where the parts look green.
Right, as the boundary umpire throws the ball in over the back, Pinger's got another chance. That's a flying shot towards goal, 1 point.
Oh, he's elusive down there, Charlie Pinger, having some flying shots at the goal at 1 goal 1. His personal tally now at the 30-minute mark of the second quarter. There will be a bit of time on here, of course, because we had to wait for the stretcher to carry that boy off. Pretty sure it was Simpson. We'll find out at half-time. Here comes McNamara, kicks with that left foot of his, out over half-back, up goes Big Stewart and takes the mark as easy as you like.
Right on the 50-metre line, defensive line for the Corio side. Stewart comes in, thumps the ball down towards the centre of the ground. Players set themselves, and a good half-time siren sounded, and North Geelong have got a handy lead at the half-time break here at the Western Oval. There we are, 4 goals, 2-26. Corio 2 goals, 6-18, and that's proudly brought to you by Guest Video, and that quarter went 30.5 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock.
Yeah, 8 points the difference. Well, that's better than being 8 points behind. If you're a North Geelong supporter, you'd be pretty happy with that because Corio had start favourites today. And North Geelong have certainly taken the game right up to them, Barry.
Yes, they have, and although Corio had plenty of chances in that quarter, they kicked a few points, just couldn't find the big sticks. They had plenty of the play up there across the forward line, but to North Geelong's credit, their backmen have stuck to their task, and they're there, they're supporting each other, and they're forcing the ball out either by hand or by foot, and they've kept the pressure on the Corio forwards, and they go into the half-time break with an 8-point lead.
Okay, goal kickers for Corio. Rod Boothwood's got one, Darryl McKenzie's got one, whilst for North Geelong, Timmy Swinnerton got 2, and 1 to Charlie Pinger, and that lovely left foot goal early in the first quarter kicked by Ivan Jovanovic. 26 plays 18 at half time in the grand final of 1992.